say they go receiver though, where and Tanner, you as well. What do they do in that secondary? You're telling me they're going to roll Avonte Maddox out there again, and we're going to have to give up. Listen. The thing that I want to mention before you guys go is how many weeks in a row did we give up 100 yards to a receiver? I mean, it was literally DK Metcalf one week, DeAndre Hopkins the next week. I mean, there was like a 6-week stretch where we gave up over 100 yards to the number one receiver.
Listen, you get no argument out of me. All right, you don't. All right, they really can't go wrong going either wide receiver or corner. However, I'm just going to say, I'm going to say this real quick. The Philadelphia Eagles really don't have a history of drafting corners in the first or second round, which is something according to you, they really need to change. I had to go all the way back to freaking back to 2002 for us when the last time when the Philadelphia Eagles drafted a defensive back in the first and or second round. And back in 2002, they drafted a defensive back in the first and second rounds. As a matter of fact, they drafted 3 of them. All right. Leo Shepard, Michael Lewis, and Sheldon Brown. 2002. I'm not arguing with you that this team needs to draft some defensive backs. I am not. However, I am more confident in the fact that I can find another defensive back in the second or third round than I am a wide receiver, a notable wide receiver. You're banking on a lot. Okay, you are banking on a lot, saying that Jalen Reagor is going to come through.
He's a first-round pick. Listen, they drafted him in the first round. I mean, he's got to step up.
To go into the second round, Max. That's the one thing that you fail to understand.
Well, that's the thing. That's on Howie Roseman. That's on Howie Roseman then for screwing the pick up. But at the end of the day, the guy's tagged as a first-round pick. That's where he was drafted, and he's got to live up to that billing.
Is he going to? That's the big question. Like, just based off of what we've seen in the rookie season, I can't necessarily guarantee that because I don't even know if this man's going to even stay healthy, let alone catch the amount of receiving yards and catches that I need from a first-round draft pick receiver. That's all.
Well, listen, you guys listening out there, hit us up on Instagram at the Philly Experience Podcast. Do you agree? Do you think Jalen Reagor and Jalen Hurts can take a step forward and you're fine with taking a quarterback in the first round? Or do you think the Eagles, as a secondary as a whole, for the most part, have a cornerback in place, possibly in the second or third round, that's going to step in there, be better than Avonte Maddox, and then you just take Smith or Waddle in the first round? I mean, like T said, you can't go wrong either way. Personally, I'm taking the cornerback and hoping Reagor takes a step forward. But I think we got a solid discussion, a solid conversation going on our hands right now.
Yeah, just to add on to it. Now, if Jalen Reagor did work out, we wouldn't be discussing drafting another wide receiver, but that's the case here. He did not work out. He didn't play enough for the Eagles to be sold on him as the guy. But Max, how many times do I have to bring this up? I mean, we're on so many different shows, and I have to bring this up every time. The Eagles are going to be facing the best wide receivers in the league. You got Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, and CeeDee Lamb twice a year. Now you got Galladay twice a year, Mike Evans, you got Godwin, Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen. This is going to be a very challenging season for those cornerbacks in Philadelphia. And I do think that the Eagles will be able to find a better cornerback than Avonte Maddox in the second round. That's why I'm still sticking with wide receiver in the first round.